Hey, it's Ghost. I am in between events from just finishing up SCG Con Houston and headed to Baltimore. But I've got these boxes here. I got a beta box and a Dragonlord box that I got off the prize wall in Houston that I'm not going to be able to fit in my carry-on. So why not crack these and talk about how Houston went and maybe make some comparisons to what I think Baltimore is going to be like. So we're going to get right into it here. We are on this really cool Arcane Barrage playmat that my wife won in the giveaway in the Crossroads tournament. Only 8 playmats were given, and she is the luckiest person on the planet and won this really cool playmat. And also, we did an opening of Dragonlord already where she opened the pack. We were planning on doing at least 6 videos, but she pulled the Dragonlord himself. If you haven't seen that video yet, it's currently uploaded as a short. So she is probably the luckiest person on the planet. She also pulled 2 shrines out of the other 2 Dragonlords that she got. Alright, so here we go. Let's get this beta going. So yeah, overall, SCG Con Houston was an amazing time. I think it was a little smaller. Well, I know it's definitely going to be a lot smaller than what Baltimore is going to be like. But I'll kind of just run through the different days and what the different events were. Got some thoughts, but overall, man, it was a really great time with some great people in the community. It was really nice when you're in a sea of all these magic people to have the smaller community around us, and also watching people discover sorcery for the first time at the Learn to Play was awesome. So kind of just hopping right into it. So Friday, they started the day at 10 a.m. with a limited sealed championship, where you got 4 packs of Arthurian Legends and 2 packs of beta. There were 46 participants that ended up playing in this event, and as of right now, Baltimore has 79 registered, and today is Wednesday, filming this at about 1:30 p.m. So that's a significant increase in the number for the first event of the weekend. Importantly, looking at the play network, Baltimore is also scheduled for 10 a.m. We had a really good time playing in this. My wife, of course, I told you she is the luckiest person on the planet. She pulled a non-foil Ring of Morgan. Of course, there were 3 pulled during that event, and one guy decided to play his without sleeves, if you can believe that. Cannot believe you pull a ring, and everyone was offering to let him borrow some sleeves, but it didn't matter. He wanted to raw dog it. As for me, I ended up pulling 2 Master Store Worms, but I couldn't figure out how to get the deck built right around them, so it didn't really work out too well for me. But the way that they designed it was that it was 6 rounds, which was kind of a lot, I thought, but it was kind of nice. You got to see all the different ways your deck could perform or not throughout the tournament. All right, we are getting there here. So yeah, it was 6 total rounds. Kind of the first criticism that I'll offer is they overlapped with the community constructed event that was in the afternoon by about 2 rounds. So if you wanted to do the community constructed event, you had to drop out. It was kind of disappointing. So my wife decided to drop out, and I decided to stick with the sealed. And then also, you didn't really get a whole lot of tickets by playing in that sealed event unless you did really, really well. So I played all day, 6 rounds, and earned 100 tickets because I placed inside the top, I don't remember, I think it was 32. Where my wife dropped and she went and played the community the community constructed event. Because it was the first community event of the weekend, they did double tickets. So she ended up getting 100 tickets per round. It was a 3-round event. And Yeah, so 300 tickets for 3 rounds or 100 tickets for 6 rounds. It's interesting. All right, that's enough cutting packs. Let's get right into it. Ooh, trinket to start, not so bad. And the druids. Alright, make sure I'm not going too quick here. Alright. Yeah, so following the limited sealed championship, where Frankenstein won and was duo placed second, there was the community constructed event. There were 16 participants in that, and I think that was just down because of the that overlap, where if you were doing okay and you thought maybe you were going to be able to get some more tickets, you were going to stay in that sealed. And also, I mean, for me, I wanted more practice in sealed and seeing what my deck could do, so that's why I did that. Right now, Baltimore has 18 booked for that community constructed event. I think that's what I'm going to do for Baltimore. Oh, there we go. There's a good hit. A little ruler. Guttering. Yeah, so I mean, there is definitely value to playing in that community constructed. You get the double tickets, and of course, more practice with your constructed deck. Same in the background. Another elite. Still no foils. But yeah, so that community constructed for Baltimore is also still scheduled at the same time. So if you are interested in playing in that, you're going to have to drop out 2 rounds of the morning sealed event, unless for somehow it goes a lot faster than ours went. Oh, all right, Lord of Unwin, unique. So that's 2 unique non-foils so far. So I don't know if that's possible to plan around or not, or if it, if it's better that way, so that people who want to do the constructed don't have to wait, a couple more hours to even start their first event of the weekend. But I don't know, not the end of the world, of course, but just something. Guys, all right, a mix. Never mad to see a mix. And then later on Friday evening at 5 p.m., they also had a pre-constructed deck tournament. And that one gave you 50 tickets per round. Oh, we got a foil. Guttering. There we go. Alright, ordinary foil. Let's start our foils off. So yeah, there were 15 participants in the Friday evening pre-constructed. It was 3 rounds, 50 tickets per round. Neither me or my wife participated in that, but generally heard that most people that were playing that were doing it just so that they could earn those tickets. And I think if you add up all the community events and plan, that earned you the special just enough tickets to get that special claim out of the weekend. There's a bullfrog and a Rift Valley. Elite. That's pretty much it, I think, for Friday. Yeah, so Saturday, the big Crossroads tournament, that was starting at 9:30 in the morning. Houston ended up with 73 total participants, and as of this moment, there are 123 already registered for Baltimore. So I think either there's just going to be a lot more, or the competition's going to be fierce. A little cracking. But I think Baltimore is definitely shaping up to be a much larger event, and I said this before, but I didn't really know anybody in advance of Houston, so I was kind of just meeting all the new people playing and having a good time. Agent Paco was there running the Learn to Play. Oh, there's a great one. Always nice to hit a Ruby Core. Hell yeah. Some solid unique non-foils so far. So yeah, Agent Paco was there running the Learn to Play, but other than that, there really wasn't any like YouTube personalities. There were, some big names in the game, playing the game side of Sorcery. But as far as content creators or collectors or people that I've really interacted with a lot on Discords and buying and selling, not a whole lot. But Baltimore is a totally different story. I've already got people reaching out, asking what am I looking for. I had to update my trades list based on Houston, and I've already got a lot of things like lined up in advance. It's kind of cool. All right, love them Grey Wolves. Did you guys see the pricing on TCG Player for the foil Grey Wolves for Alpha and Beta? You should check that out if you haven't. Oh, got a foil here. I think I know what that one is. It is Sleep. Another ordinary foil, but man, beautiful. Oh, nope, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Well, all right, speaking of funny, I love when that happens. That is pretty freaking cool. Very next card is the same card. Nice. All right, nothing else in that pack. So yeah, Saturday Crossroads, 7 rounds on the first day. And the one thing that was kind of weird is they didn't announce like what the ticket earnings were going to be. So you kind of just guessed. It just was like, oh yeah, based on participation outside the top 8, bottomless pit. Outside the top 8, it's just going to be based on participation. And what I can tell you is I'm pretty sure that it ended up being almost exactly like the limited sealed champion event on Friday. So just expect that same kind of deal where you gotta play well and place pretty well in order to get any tickets at all. But the cool thing about the Crossroads was that, oh, here we go. Got a Elite foil Dwarven Forge. There, how about that? Nice. Cool thing is they had a bunch of giveaways that they did. But you had to stay in it to the end to be eligible for the giveaway. So this playmat that we're on, that my wife won, was one of 8 of the playmats given away. But they also gave away 2 Tower Art prints and a couple 4X dust multipliers. But you had to be in it the whole day. And that created a little bit of an issue because there was another sealed event that started at 4 p.m. And so with 7 rounds of the Crossroads, if you wanted to get into the sealed event that was at 4 p.m., you had to either drop out of round 7, or what we all ended up doing was we conceded the match immediately so that we were technically still in the tournament. And that sucked for, your opponents because, they didn't know, so they show up to play and you're like, hey, actually I'm not going to play. So, that was kind of, it felt shitty to do, but, we did it and got a playmat out of it. Yeah, but it looks like that's going to be kind of how it's going to go for this this next weekend in Baltimore too. The times are all the same. It's our first duel of the box. And a Battle Mage. Wife played Battle Mage. I played against a Battle Mage. And that was, yeah. Crossroads had so many different decks and different avatars. I played against an Archie just one time, and I played against a Druid just one time out of the 6 rounds that I actually played in that constructive tournament. Other than that, I played against a... what did I play against? Sorcerer, of course. Played against Sorcerer, I think, maybe twice. Okay, Bridge Troll. Divine Healing. This card taking a little bit of a hit with the new Dusk promo land. Alright, Magnetic Muzzle for our Elite in that pack. Okay. But man, yeah, that Crossroads tournament was a lot of fun. I'll think of what other avatars I played against, but a lot of fun. I was playing my Pathfinder deck. I did not end up doing super good, but that's okay. One of the things that's kind of the talk of the town was 8-year-old Lucy, who ended up in the top 4 of this event that was concluded on the second day. And she's 8 years old. And not only that, but she was playing Avatar of Earth. So we're pretty sure that she has the only rainbow foil Avatar of Earth that's been released into the wild. But yeah, so playing an Avatar of Earth, 8 years old, and just crushing dudes out there, man. It was really cool to see. Okay, call. Essentials. And chills in 2. Rest in peace. Got another foil here. What is it? Oh, it is a sideways one. All right, Battlefield Elite Sight. That is cool looking. So that is 2 elites in this box, and the foils. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Keeping on going. Chaos Twister. I had this played against me for the very first time. It's really interesting. So if you want to play a Chaos Twister, you have to call over a judge, and they literally hold a ruler there to make sure that you're doing it according to the rules. So it's placing target minion on the back of your hand and blow it off from a height of at least 1 foot. Deal damage equal to its power to each unit atop the site it lands on, including itself. So here's the hilarious thing that happened when the guy played Chaos Twister against me. He did his thing, and it landed on a Gnome Hollows. My guy was like a Phoenix or something. So the Chaos Twister just completely fizzled because the minion was not allowed to enter that site. And nothing happened. So I got to actually keep my minion, and this was just a completely wasted card. I got a laugh out of it. My opponent really didn't. Guttering. But that's sorcery sometimes, man. It's just chaos. You want to play the chaos card? You know, it's live by the chaos, die by the chaos. But my wife watched that and she was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna make a pure chaos deck and just see how it goes. What do we have here? Oh, wow. Hell yeah. Crusade Unique Aura. Alright. I am not mad at this box. Ruler of Thul, Lord of Unland, Ruby Core, and now a Crusade. Alright, let's see that one in a foil. Oh, we got a foil. Let's see. Let's check her out. Brian Smith. Exceptional Bane Widow. Look at how that looks. I'm pretty sure these are wave 3. Look at how that looks. Oh, makes me really excited for Gothic. I just know there's going to be so much cool art like this. Alright, so that is 2 Ordinaries, an Exceptional, and 2 Elites out of this box. Alright, what else can we talk about for Saturday? Yeah, so we all ended up dropping out to, or conceding that last match, playing in the sealed tournament again at 4 p.m. You know, for, what is it, $30? You really can't beat even just, you know, you get all 6 packs of cards, so, you know. Wife pulled that ring that first sealed tournament, so why not? So we got our 6 packs and made some decks, but this one ended up with 24 total participants, and I think it's really hard to compare that with, or to look at those who's registered in Baltimore on that one, because that was kind of an on-the-fly moment where people all registered because someone got the good idea, and then Jesse actually announced that you could concede your match and go play the sealed and still be eligible for the drawings. Oh, Spear of Destiny, okay. Another unique, that is our 5th unique of the box. Got a foil in here. Another Grey Wolves, a lot of Grey Wolves in this box. Blink. Grapple Shot into Nagapal. Ordinary Blood Ravens. I love this art. Look at that. And you look at it kind of quick as you're going through because it's just an ordinary, right? But then look at the eyeball. Is it the reflection? Must be, right? Sick. Just every time you open a pack of these cards, if you stop every now and then and just look closely, it's always something new. Always something you forgot about or missed. It's really awesome. Shield Maidens goes into a... Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Amethyst Core. That is insane. Amy Core, Ruby Core, and a Crusade in this box? Wow. Guttering. Okay. Alright. Not mad at this. Look at how many packs we got left. Lots of packs left. Lots of hits left. Upwelling. I'm getting distracted by the cards and forgetting what I'm supposed to be talking about here. yeah, I think that was pretty much it for Saturday. Saturday afternoon, after that sealed, was really the first time that the trade binders really came out in earnest. Was that I noticed, because I think people were really interested in playing. And then, you know, the rounds, if you went late on your round, you went right from playing one game right into the other, and then you had to concede to be able to get into the next event. So it was exhausting, the amount of playing that you did. But at the end of that Saturday, I really saw them trade binders coming out. Okay, we got Amazon Warriors. That is a really good card for the game. Ordinary. Looking great. Oh, this card just does something for me. I don't know why. Alright, so that is some more foils. A flame collar. Yeah, so started doing some trades Saturday. But my very smart. I was very smart and left all of my non-foil uniques almost home on this trip, so I didn't have a whole lot that people were looking for immediately, but that's okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, rubble. I always like pulling rubbles out of here. It sucks if you're playing in the sealed event and pulling the rubble. Alright, Sunday. Sunday at Houston was the top 8 from the Crossroads draft event. And also at 9 a.m. there was a pre-con tournament, and that had 13 participants in the pre-con tournament in the morning. But what I noticed is that Sunday morning was the first time that really everybody still showed up, but was just chilling and talking and getting some trades in. Everyone's kind of, all the judges and Jesse and Drew, able to have a lot of different conversations with everybody. It was really cool. And the other thing that they did on Sunday, when it came to the final few rounds, was they set up the swap binder under the camera and did some recordings. They didn't talk about the swap promo. So first, every day, it's one per person per day. So every day you could trade a card out of the swap binder. I didn't know that. I thought it was just one per person for that. But no, you can get 3 swap promos, 1 per day. So don't forget about that. Little Island of Leviathan. Don't forget about that swap promo. So on the 3rd day, they were recording and asked you, hey, why was this card special to you? And I did something a little, I don't know, silly, fun. I'll put the picture up, but I decided to swap for a swap. So there's a signed swap card with Ghost on it in the binder. And the funny thing was, is not only was I the first person to do it, but I was also starting a new page when I did it. So the picture that I got is pretty awesome of mine with Ghost written on it up in the top left corner of 2 full pages of swap cards that were about to be handed out. And why did I do it? Because I thought it'd be funny. But also, they're making, got a foil. Marine Voyage Exceptional. Awesome. Look at that. I also thought it would be pretty cool because they are making decks out of the community cards that are being swapped for the swaps. And, you know, wouldn't it be cool if they have the best and latest meta when they do their community games? So, I don't know. Maybe. It'd be fun. We'll see. I guess they're going to put together a compilation video and see how it goes. Alright, got them Ninja Turtles. Did you guys hear that Magic is having a Ninja Turtle set coming out? Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. We could open some of that on a channel. Talk about reaching back into the childhood. Oh, the other card that I traded in is my favorite camel. Here's a signed camel and a signed swap in that binder. I signed a foil camel, as a matter of fact. So yeah, they did that on Sunday as they were setting all the cameras up. Oh, there's the Hydra. All right, that's a good one. They were setting up the cameras so that they could record. I don't know if they were streaming the finals, but no, they were recording, which was really cool. The other thing that was 1 per person per day was the Dragonlord sets. And it was really super chill. So I don't know if you know, but Sorcery does not have a dedicated booth that they're manning all day during the SCG Con. So there's not just a massive line like I hear there was at Gen Con and selling out of these things. I think they probably took back with them the same number that they brought. Or I mean, sorry, not the same number that they brought. But they probably ended up having the same number left as they ended up selling. There we go. So they probably only sold about half. Jeez. Math. Oh, there's a good one. Another good elite for gameplay. So yeah, there are every day. Drew was like, yeah, you got plenty. We're gonna make sure that everybody's taken care of. Get your one per day. And that was really cool. So it was like in between rounds, we're like, hey, I was busy and I missed when you had it open. Can you come hook me up and open it up? And like, yeah, come on, let's go take care of it. It was super cool, super chill. Really didn't have anything to worry about with getting either your swamp or your Dragonlord for the day. It was just really super cool, really well done. And you know, they gave us wristbands in the beginning of the day. Like, so if you were playing, you got another trinket. If you were playing, you know, guaranteed that you got your box of Dragonlord, and then when you went up, you gave them your wristband and you got your Dragonlord. But it was weird because you didn't have to be playing. So we kind of thought that meant you had to be playing in order to be eligible to get your one per day, but that wasn't true. So my uncle was there. He got his one per day as well. He ended up pulling 2 Kairos out of his. Alright, exceptional, exceptional. Got a Dwarven Forge Elite. And nothing here. Alright, almost done with the beta box. I talked about how Agent Paco, he and his wife ran the Learn to Play event. He said that over 70 participants in the Learn to Play from the Magic side of the convention. And then that the pre-constructed battle, oh, I love that card. And then people in the pre-constructed battle were telling us that this was, they did the Learn to Play and were told to come over and try out the pre-constructed in the tournament and earn some tickets, and they did. So it's pretty cool. You know, so without Sorcery having a booth, they just had the big Learn to Play with a big sign, and Agent Paco being a super cool dude, and his wife also being awesome, taught everybody how to play in such a way that they were really interested and came over and, you know, spent their money in joining a tournament. I mean, that's pretty significant, I think. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, alright, Immortal Throne for our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th unique non-foil of the box. Geomancer. The other event that I forgot to take notes on that happened on Sunday was the team sealed event. So it was really cool. So it was a team of 3. And if you didn't have 3 people, they were taking care of you and adding a 3rd person. Ooh, that illusionist. So what you did is you got the same number of packs that you did in a normal sealed. So you got your 4 Arthurian Legend and 2 betas. And then you could pool all your cards together and make 3 decks as a team. So that was super cool. So we ended up having a really good Beasts and Fairies deck with Sylvan Splendor and I think the Hamlet card, right? That's the one that gives you basically the free one, the free Beast for 1 and drawing cards. And then also the Horn of Caerleon, is that pronounced? I don't know. But the one that gives everybody charge. So we ended up having a pretty cool deck there. Oh, that's such a cool card. The reflection in the sword. There's some print lines on that though, dang. So we ended up having that deck. We had a pretty decent mono red burn deck. Pretty decent. And then we had a deck that my wife built called Knights and Sprites. So she had all the knights and the spirits. Okay, we got a foil here. Cave Trolls is really marked up with print lines. Let's hope this foil is pristine. Standing Stones Elite. That's the 3rd elite of the box, and it looks all right. I think. Couple little scratches. Couple little scratches you can see there, but it is all right. All right, so that's 3 elite sites, and that's that. Last pack magic. here we go. Alright, so the weird stuff of this event. Like I said, tons of fun. Okay, second mix of the box right there. Can we get a bonus here and a foil? No. Okay, so not a bad box. Not a bad box at all. Two mixes. Non-foils really carried the day here. Mortal Throne, Amethyst Core, Crusade, Ruby Core, Lord of Unland, Ruler of Thule, and a Spear of Destiny here that can't get off the mat. There we go. I will have these for sale or trade in Baltimore. And then we got our 3 Elite sites, which I'm having a hard time getting off the mat. There we go. Battlefield, Elite, Dwarven Forge, and Standing Stones. A couple other ordinary and exceptional foils. Alright, let's do the Dragonlord. So out of 9 boxes, we got 1 Dragonlord, 2 Shrines, and 2 Kairoses, and a couple other ones. So I'm predicting that there's a Moonsong in here. And you know why? It's because I just concluded a trade internationally, which is going to trade for my Moonsong that I need for my set. So of course that means I am almost guaranteed to pull this one, because the only Dragonlord trade I made at SCG Con on Friday was for a Kairos, and we got 2 of them. So, alright, here's our Dragonlord. Let's see what else there is to talk about. Oh, we were talking about the weird. Okay, so the prizes from the prize wall that Eric's Curiosa put out there. The top prize was a welcome kit with those Kitty Cat, Grand Meowster Wizard, and Apprentice Wizard that actually stirred up a little bit of controversy on the Discord after. But the top, I think, 4 or 5 players all pooled their resources on that first night to be able to get that welcome kit. Alright, we just got this going. So a welcome kit, 3,000 tickets, top prize. There was only 1 of them. But they also had Dragonlord for 2,000, which is what we got this one, and they had Beta and Arthurian Legends on the prize wall. And the rumor that we heard was that Eric actually wanted that way, quote, as a meme. So, yeah. All right, here's our Dragonlord. All right, going through the non-foils. So yeah, I think I covered all kind of my constructed criticisms of the weekend, and like they're all just so overshadowed by how much fun it was and just how cool everyone was, the team, making sure you got your Dragonlord, making sure you got your swaps, like just meeting everybody was so much fun. Yeah, and the judges were fantastic. It was just overall just a fantastic weekend, and really it's always nice when the fantastic things really overshadow any of the little hiccups. So I had a great time. Really looking forward to Baltimore. Really looking forward to Baltimore. Gonna meet Bubba Moo for the first time in person. Philosopher Cards. Collector Art House is going to be there. Going to get to see him again. Who else? Got Lord of Itza is going to be there. Who else? I'm just delaying the inevitable Moonsong here, right? Let's see what we get. But it's going to be really a who's who next weekend, and really looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting some awesome trades in. Oh, what do we have here? This one is sideways. Oh, bro. Okay, now that is a hit. Hell yeah, this is Ed Beard's favorite one. This is the one that he pulled when he opened the very first one of these. Awesome. Wow, alright. Great hit off the prize wall. Dragonlord's Lair. Excellent. Alright, so that's the video. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Chuck a like on there. Also take a look, I've got my trade binder posted. Got the trade binder posted. You can hit this QR code, look at what I've got in advance, and let's make some deals and play some games and have some drinks, and then enjoy each other's company out there, and have a good Baltimore convention. All right, cheers.